Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash. I'm the Duman to Apostle and teacher the great millstone for my land is truth. And I'll say Shalom to the whole collective Israel. I'm going to send this video around the scripture Ephesians, I think it's 2 and 7. That's the last one I'm actually going to hit. But, it just goes into how I really want to read it, but I'm going to save it for last. I really like it. But I'm going to start here, 1 Chronicles 29:12. This is going to be short. And, simple. I just got finished watching, I'll just go to it. This little video right here.
Speaking about people who are not quite up to the job, I want to talk about the leader of the free world. There's another very, in this case, I think, quite sad and pathetic scene where he was giving a speech about the nation's ongoing supply chain crisis. And we'll just have a look at the end of the speech and what goes on as he looks to shake someone's hand, I think.
God bless you all.
Jim.
And I just got that because you have the hopeful elect. I think it's Hebrews 13 and 14. We're looking towards a new kingdom. This is the king. King in quotes, because he's really not in control. You can tell by the way that nigga just tried to shake someone's hand who clearly wasn't there. But this is y'all president. That nigga's retarded, medically retarded. And you saw some of the little comments. Americans know it, right? There's this one little joke video that Saudi Arabians made of him, mocking the American president. Like the whole world knows America's full of shit. They also know that, the only thing that America really has is firepower. And that's the only thing that they take seriously. Everything else, they literally make a joke of your president. Everything else, it's a joke other than, America's military might. This is 1 Chronicles 29:11, because this is what you 2/3 and all you heathen, all you retards want. You want a president who thinks he has someone talking to him and try to shake their hand, but when he turns, there's no one there. 1 Chronicles 29:11. Thine, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty, for all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, and thou art exalted and set above all. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou reignest over all, and in thine hand is power and might, and in time, in thine hand it is to make great, to give strength unto all. And this is what we want, And this is, part of that. For us to get strength and power, America has to go down the drain. America has to be melted. Because, when you go into Book of Daniel, going to those 4 kingdoms, those kingdoms didn't, those great kingdoms, in their time, they had rule over the known world. They didn't simultaneously rule at the same time. One great kingdom had to go down for another one to rise, and America's no different. In order for the kingdom of heaven to come, America has to go down. Because America right now, in the form of you Edomites, have sovereignty over the whole world. So, there's a saying. No, it's not a saying, but it's something I've said. I'm not sure if it's a saying, but I think it is. It's something around 2 kings can't sit on the same throne or something like that. That's why you have this little I don't want to call it a conflict yet, but debate among people going to the next world superpower, like China or Russia. But they're talking about how America is going to have to go down for that next world superpower you know, to come up. So, you know, I hope you get what I'm saying. Like once again, you can't have multiple kings sitting on the same throne. You know, the throne isn't big enough for the two of us. Only one king is going to reign on the throne. In order for that next king to be set up, the eternal king, the current empire and rulership has to be thrown to the ground. You know, and once again, this is what we want, power, you know, because the next rulership, next power seat is going to be given unto the Israelites, unto us. All you other heathen had your time to rule. Now it's going to be our turn. And you can see that with the fact that your president of the United States is being made a mockery of, and the nigga, like there's somebody in the comment that say, he couldn't pass the driver's test because he couldn't pass a medical exam. You literally have a dying, a retard in power. And that says a lot about you Americans, because a lot of you dumbasses voted for this dude, especially you Jakes. You want America to be made great again. But that time has passed. America had its peak, now it's on its decline. It's Hebrews 13 and 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. And that's self-explanatory. Here, there's a scripture. Wisdom Psalm 1:15. For righteousness is immortal. It didn't say wickedness is immortal. Wickedness is finite. I think Job 14:5 or 14:15 or something. How it talks about how it's for an Esau, he has bounds that he can't pass. Wickedness, this wicked empire and this wicked age, there's a certain limit it's going to have. But righteousness is going to continue forever. And I'm going to go blue letter real quick. This is going to be the last scripture. This is going to be it. Because there's a couple words I want to look up. Because, with rulership comes power. When you had the Greeks, when Esau's rulership started, you had the Greeks doing what? They had power, and they went around kicking ass and taking lands. In order for you to have rulership, you need power. How did America have its rulership of the whole world? It has power. So Ephesians 2:7. Then in the ages to come, he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Yahushua Mashiach. And in the coming ages, it goes over Ion, and that's talking about a time period. Then the next, in the next time period, forever and unbroken age, perpetuity of time, the world's universe period of time. Yeah, and the next time period is going to be one of purity, peace, and immortality and righteousness. And exceeding riches. Riches, wealth, abundance of external possession, fullness, abundance, plenitude. Pretty much, your money, material things, right? But that's what we're going to get. There's a couple other scriptures that go into how, from the Lord cometh, riches, cometh power. The Lord's going to give us all those things. And that's pretty much, what I wanted to center, this around. But, that was pretty much it. Almost anything else. Yeah, Micah 2:10, for here is not our rest. That's why our people are pretty much, majority of our people are poor. Because when you're at rest, you're not worrying about anything. You're comfortable. This isn't our rest. This isn't a place where we're going to be comfortable. That's why a majority of our people are poor and fucked up. And that's why we go through bullshit. Because America in itself isn't meant to last forever. You know, we have no power here. We're only going to have power when we have power, you know, in our kingdom. In the next age. These Baruch 3 and 8 mentions, you know, how this happened to us as a punishment, you know? And that's why you have Micah 2 and 10, because, you know, we're under punishment. But time is going to come when the Lord is going to give us, you know, what we want, what we need, and what we want. But, now I hope that all made sense. Hope it's edifying. I'm saying all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shah, Bashim Gakadash. I don't give double honor to Apostle, the teacher, great minister, from whom I learned this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elective Israel, instruction, Babylon, great America.